Hey guys, this is Nirmal again. Welcome back to Humans of Ajackus. This time we have a very special guest who is a national player in one of the most interesting game that he will be talking about later. But here I am welcoming Mr. Rahil Parkar. Rahil.
Hey, Nirmal.
Come. How have you been? You had to wait?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm fine. You had to wait outside?
Yeah, a little bit.
Did Adnan bore you?
A little bit, yes.
Okay, awesome. So guys, we are rolling now and I have Rahil Parkar with me. He is one of the most important person in my life because his brother is one of my really good friend who doesn't talk with me as much as Rahil does nowadays, but still, he has been a great friend and because of him, I know Rahil since such a long time, even before he had joined Ajackus. So Rahil, you have joined Ajackus for almost 1 year, 1.5 years now?
It's been 10.5 months and I'm looking forward to that year mark.
Oh, awesome. Are you excited?
Oh, very much. It's been a fantastic year, whatever part of it so far.
Which kind of people you work with, like so far?
So I work a lot with more of the techie people, developers and QAs and other project managers. Those are my people that I regularly interact with. But I really love when I'm able to step out and talk to people from other parts of the company, like designers and marketing folks and sales folks. There's really a lot to learn from them.
Great. So you mean to say that we are the better people than techies, right? Like we are
I think it's
more
good.
fun people.
I think you guys are good for a palate session, that's all.
Nonetheless, let's move ahead. So you said 10.5 months in Ajackus.
That's right.
How was the journey?
It's been fantastic. I found that working in this kind of startup zone where things are more agile and we're more flexible and the rate at which we actually deliver is a lot better than what I was used to when I was working in a bigger firm.
So you worked with Oracle before this.
That's right.
What is that one key difference that you see in a company like Oracle, which is like very established, well-known company, and a company like Ajackus, which is just starting up? It's like, I think when you joined, we were 30 people team, and today we are like 80 plus. So you saw the transition. What is that one key difference that you can identify?
I would say it's the culture. I feel that we are more easygoing. We are more forgiving of each other's mistakes, more supportive of each other. And I think the lines of communication are very blurred and people are just talking to anyone. They feel like I can talk to Nirmal one day, I can talk to Maulik one day, talk to some just random person on another team if they have something that I could learn from them. And that has been the biggest takeaway during my last 10.5 months here.
Interesting. So you mean to say approachability is what you are looking for?
Yes, absolutely.
What you are trying? Okay, interesting. I think this is a good feedback for us also. I think we are going to take this back and probably make it more approachable environment. This is how we want to grow together. However, I did mention something about national level player. You want to? I see that smile on his face. So honestly, I came to know about this thing. I have to give you the story. So I came to know that Rahil is a national level player when I was in Goa. And I had no idea before that. And Rahil was also in Goa at that time. And that's when we came to know, okay, he is a national level player of a very wonderful game, which I would like you, Rahil, to tell our audience as to what you do and how it is happening and how you got into that entire zone.
Alright, so I have been playing competitive Scrabble for the last 5 years. So for those who don't know, Scrabble is a board game. Basically, you get a set of letters and you have to connect those letters to existing words on the board to form new words. That's basically the gist of the game. I think it's a game that's present in most households. Most kids play it, as an extracurricular activity. But the level which we play at, which involves a lot of study, a lot of strategy, a lot of mathematics, a lot of probability, it's something totally different and something I really enjoy.
Interesting. So you mean to say that you actually have to, is it difficult? Because it sounds difficult to me now. When you say probability, mathematics, I was a bad student when it comes to mathematics, though we are all engineers. but so when you say it, is it difficult to play or how does it work?
I would say that the difficulty is part of the fun.
Okay.
That having to calculate all of these things in the middle of a game. So just like in chess, right? You have to think about what would happen 10 moves, 15 moves in advance. In Scrabble, it's much of the same. Probably the number of moves future that you have to think of is probably a little lesser. But then what replaces that is probability and calculations about what could happen, predicting certain things, and looking at setups, looking at possibilities and opportunities to score and things like that.
Interesting, interesting. And do you go out to play these games, or is it in Bombay right now? Is it national? When I say national, like people are coming from across the country, so all these competitions and everything is happening in Mumbai, other places. How is it? How does it work entirely?
So we have tournaments that happen around the country, mostly the metros, that's Mumbai, Delhi, Bangalore. We're trying to expand into smaller cities as well. We're looking at going into Vadodara, Hyderabad.
Okay.
So we have tournaments that happen generally over a weekend. They're 2 or 3 day long, and we all get together and we play face to face on a board. And apart from that, we also have local meets, which could either be like a form of a one-day tournament or just casual get-togethers for players to get together and practice.
Interesting, interesting. I think a lot about Scrabble. Let's move our conversation to something different now. Let me ask you a fun question, and feel free to answer because nobody's gonna take offense here. Tell me about one person in the company who annoys you the most.
One person who annoys me the most. Well, that would probably have to be you, Nirmal.
Okay.
Coming up with most wackiest ideas and expecting people should do whatever he asks.
Okay. I was gonna ask why, but I think you already told me why. So.
And I don't think that's gonna change just because you heard the why.
Perfection cannot be changed. Okay. Okay. Another question. One thing that has astonished you in last 10 months from one of the team members of the company, who has astonished you with something that they have done and which has made you a better leader, because you are at a leadership position right now, you are handling a team. So something that has really made you a better leader, some incident that you can share.
It would not be a single incident, but it would have to be Urvi, who's also a manager on the property capsule team. I have learned something from her day in and day out. The way she works, her meticulousness, her attention to detail, her dedication to follow through on commitments is something that's fantastic, and that's something that I really admire.
Interesting, interesting. I hope Urvi really hears this out, and she will be very happy to see that she has inspired you. Okay, one more incident, one funny incident that has happened in last 10 months that you cannot forget.
For me, again, that funny incident comes back to you, Nirmal.
Okay. I'm very popular here.
I would just tell the story of how Nirmal ditched me in Goa. We were supposed to meet up in Goa, but you were too busy with your work. And what had happened was we had already decided to meet on, I think it was a Friday evening.
Yeah, I guess.
And I had booked, I had rented a bike to come see you. And I was like, hey, okay, tell me where to come. And you're like, oh, I can't meet you today because I'm busy. And I thought, okay, you know what, Nirmal's flaking on me. And then I ended up giving the bike back, and then you really did come through on the next day, and we met, and that was so awesome.
It was a fun time, and we danced, dude.
It was an amazing night.
So that was the first time I met his Scrabble group, and we actually ended up going to this place to party, and we danced like crazy, right?
Yeah,
I still remember Sunny from Delhi. Yeah. He's one crazy fellow, I have to say.
Yeah, definitely.
But I think I'm getting a lot of footage in this, so I'll have to change that to something else now. So the next question for you, Rahil, is what has changed in you as a person in last 1 year or 2 years? Like, let's talk about something on your personal life, okay? Something that has really moved you, made you a better human being. What has been that thing?
All right. So being in a leadership role has, kind of put a greater responsibility on me to, deliver things and be mindful of my time. And that is something that I would say has had a positive effect on my life as well, where I have become a little more organized and a little more meticulous with my work.
Anyway, one last question, Rahil, before we go ahead, before we conclude today. Imagine you are in an apocalypse. Okay, a zombie is running behind you. Which is that one place that you'll go and hide? Don't take my name.
No, not at all. I mean, the first few zombies.
Yeah, exactly.
I would say when running from a zombie, you don't hide, you just keep running.
That is a good way of putting it, yeah. But assume that you don't have any place to, you're tired of running and you just have to hide.
I would say hiding in plain sight would be a good option. They're zombies, so I'll probably pretend to be one of them and just walk among them till I regain strength to keep running.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Great, it was a great conversation with you, Rahil. I hope we have covered almost entire time. Next time we are gonna meet you again with someone who is doing something fantastic. Thank you so much. Have fun.